I'm back. Thank you for watching my last video of how to choose your razor. Now, you've got razors, you've got some blades. Now I gotta get some soap. Okay. Well, first off, I don't have the first thing I want to talk about with soaps, all right? I do appreciate all of you. Sorry that last one was 20 minutes, all right? But there's a lot of razors to talk about, okay? There's a lot of things to understand when coming into wet shaving. And what I'm going to try to do today is this video, I'm going to show you the different types of lathers, the different types of soaps, how to do it properly, and another thing is the proper technique for using a razor, okay? And the proper technique for using a razor comes down to a couple things. It comes down to how you hold it, where you hold it, and the angle that you use, okay? So, with nothing to do or no further to do, welcome to Scott Shaves, and let's get into it. All right. So what are we going to do first? What I want to talk about first is lathering, okay? There's different types of soaps that we can get, okay? So we can get hard puck soaps. We can get soft soaps like here, my Fruit Loops or my Trace of the Past. You can see I can put my finger right in that soap. It is what we call a soft soap, okay? Then you can get your sort of in-between soaps, which is what you get that some may consider a puck, but you get from, like this one, from the club, right? This is Ernest Hemingway soap. It's somewhat hard, but it's a lot softer than that hard puck, all right? So, how do we use them? They all seem so different. And even if you don't have soap, because with coming into wet shaving, maybe you're not sure you want to get into it full stroke, right? Well, one thing that I recommend is if you're not sure, but you've managed to get a razor and you got some blades, is to use like Gillette Fusion gel. Put the gel on and whisk it in real good on a wet face. It makes a nice lather. I will tell you, I did that for years. And another thing, what happens if I don't have that either? Conditioner. You get your face wet. You don't even need anything for this. So you just get your face wet like so. Alright. You grab your conditioner. You go like so. Just like putting shampoo on your head. You can shave with that. This is very slick, and another thing is that conditioner softens your hair. This works for shaving. I have done this for 10 plus years using conditioner. I bet if you ask your wife, she'll tell you she's used conditioner, or your girlfriend, significant other, whatever. Ask some woman in your life. Mom, sister, wife, whatever. Alright, now that we got that all over my face, I gotta get it off. Let me get a washcloth. Alright, so, conditioner, that's number one. If you have some shave gel, well, that's number two, obviously, right? You know, another thing I need to do, I need to move some of my razors away from the sink here so I don't get them all soaked, because it's going to happen. Because that last video, I made it right after. I have a few razors next to the sink. Just a few. Just a few. Let me pause this and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so got the face rinsed off. Kept a couple in here. Because I want to show you proper form for how to use a razor today too, right? I mean, how does that make me if I don't teach you anything, right? Okay, so we've done the first two. So what do I do if I don't have a brush, but I have some soap? I'm going to hope that you don't have a hard puck soap. Because if you have a hard puck soap, get it out of your hard puck. And what you're going to do, and get your face wet. Just like so. Then you're going to take this and so you got to take the soap out of a puck and then just rub it on just like so. Just like you're doing it, okay? Just like so. Alright, so now you got it like that. Now you just get a little bit of moisture on your fingers, a little bit, and just like so. How about that? It's not the world's greatest lather, I get it. But the thing about a lather, you want it worked in good, and you want it nice and slick. So how about that? That's how you face lather with a hard puck. All right, now if you have what do I do if I only got soft stuff to face lather? Well, should I do it? I think I should. All in the name of science, right? That's what we're doing here today. We're here to teach you. Oh. Go ahead and get this all rinsed off. To be honest with you, I don't even know what kind of soap is in that puck. I don't have a clue. But hey, you know what? I don't care. That was just some bowl that was given me with some soap in it from someone, and I said, screw it, it's the hard puck I got. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so how do my face is all wet still. How do I use a soft one or this like Hemingway one that's stuck in here? So this one, you're gonna have to get your fingertips a little wet. You're gonna have to push into the bowl to get some soap. And then just like the soap one, you're gonna have to, I need more water here. You need to get your fingers a little wet and just kind of get some on your fingertips, a little water, and just kind of work it in. Just like that. Look at that. Face lather, no brush. And you can see I dug in there a little bit, dipped my fingers under, and just roughed it up. So that's how you use one of these type of soaps that you can get from, oh god, PAA, Phoenix Artisans, whatever, and Ariana and Evans, and all kinds of them. There's just all kinds of people who make these types of soaps, okay? Alright. Let me rinse that one off, because we're going out of here. Face lather, soft soap time. I'm gonna go through like so many washcloths. My wife's gonna kill me. But hey, it's all in the name of science, right? Alright. Well, 2 down. 1 more to go. Soft soap. Do I want to use Fruit Loops? Do I want to use Mac? You know, I'm gonna use this crap because my Fruit Loop stuff smells way better than this. But this is super soft also. I mean, look. So how you're gonna do that? Same thing. Get some on your fingers, dip it in. Man, look at that. Soft soaps obviously make a way faster lather. Oh, look at that. I almost look like I know what I'm doing, huh? What do you think? Alright, so, soft soaps. Dip your fingers in, shove it under there, get it wet, and good to go. You know, I'm curious, are you curious? How well does this shave like this? Because to be honest with you, I always put lather on so thick that it doesn't really matter. So you know what? I can only do a little bit. I can't shave too much because I have a laser review video to do after this one. At some point. Alright. One thing I do want to show you though, how to shave, right? How to do it properly. So let's just say we have our soap on. So this is a little bit of fast forwarding, so to speak, because I still have more soaps to show you. We're going to do bowl lathering yet, and then face with a brush without a bowl. So I have it loaded up. There's something that I had said to a friend of mine this earlier, and he goes, "What in the hell are you talking about?" So this is what I'm talking about. I call this next thing I'm going to do, I call it middling your razor is what I call it. And basically, long and short of middling your razor means is you need to find your balance point of your razor. See there, you can see that it's top heavy. So right there, you don't see it's not trying to go anywhere, right? Do not just let go of your razor, okay? Because it'll bing, you hit something, screw it up, bend it, whatever. But you can see, you will feel it in your hand. If I have it too far forward, if I got it the other way, it tilts up, right? You want to find the middle of your razor, which is right there. This is called middling your razor. Now that you have it, that is going to be your pivot point for your head. So in order to shave these things, they're called safety razors because they're safe. Because if I try to do like this with a straight razor, I'm going to cut the living hell out of myself, okay? We don't want that. We don't want to cut my hand off. Come on. But in order to get this thing to shave, you have to tilt the razor till this blade here makes a perfect straight line with your face. So you middle your razor, hold it at that point. As you pivot, put it on your face, and when you make a pass, you don't ever stop mid-pass. You go completely down just like that, holding that constant angle. You don't push it, you let the razor do its thing, and you can see, just like that. That is how you make a pass with the razor, okay? You can't have too steep of an angle, it does nothing. You have to tilt it just right, okay? Every razor's angle is a little bit different. So, I'm going to leave it at that because I still got to shave the rest of my face. But that is how you make a clean pass, okay? And going against the grain is the same thing. You hold it, but the razor, instead of being tilted down this time, it's tilted up like so. And you just whoosh. That's how you wet shave. That's the proper technique to it, okay? Middle your razor, find the middle of your razor, and then just do it. The only way you're going to learn is to do it, right? All right. So let's see. How do I build a lather with a brush and a bowl, okay? Well, I'm going to tell you. First off, there's some characteristics that you have to watch for. One thing is having a good bowl with some type of texture in it really helps. It's not to say you can't do it in a soft bowl. You can, but it's not as easy. So a hard puck and this type of soap here are very similar on how you do them. So the first thing that I always do is I soak my brush. So run it under water and soak it, okay? I use synthetic brushes. I have a all-bore brush, but I honestly hate that thing. And you can see the water dripping from my brush. What I always do is I give it a good slap. I do not wring it out. I give it a good whack like this down. And it takes a amount of water out of it. And what you need to do, you got your wet brush, you have your puck of soap. You put it in there and you work it. And I know that you can see that there's soap building immediately on that. But that is not done, okay? You need to do it for about 15 seconds, okay? And the point of this is we're trying to get the bristles on the end of this brush all the way around the head to pick up a good amount of soap on them. So when you get, and it starts to look kind of like that, you can see that the bristles are starting to stick. That means that the soap has stuck good, okay? And then what I typically do, so I have some moisture in my brush, all right? I take my bowl and I put you see that little amount of water in there? I wet the bowl and put a little bit of water in there because that's about right. Every bowl will be different and you just have to get used to it. Then you just put it in here and you work it around, all right? Like this. Look at that. And then to apply that lather, you just whoosh. Man, look at that lather. That is almost, I'm telling you guys. I don't know what the hell soap that is, but it makes a pretty good lather. I need to try that, because I mean, look how much, man. I mean, it's just got like a baby powder scent to it. It ain't anything special, but it smells pretty good. So, you know, we got to ask the question the other day. You rinse your bowl and brush? Of course I do. What I typically do is I'll hold my brush under the water as it's running. And, you know, let me see if I can tilt this down. I think so. I typically put my brush like this, fill it full of water, and continuously mix it out. And then eventually you'll see the water starts to turn more clear, like this. And then I wring out my brush, rinse my bowl. See, that's how I wet my brush like this, and you see how it's dripping. Then I give it a slap down. It's got water everywhere. But it still has water in it, you can see that. Then I go and mix it on my thing. Alright, let's bring the camera back up to me. Alright, so that's how you're going to use... Oh, man, that's some good lather. I'm going to rinse out my face a little in a second. Yeah, that's I don't know what kind of bowl of crap this is, but man, it works pretty dang good, dude. I'll tell you what. Rinse this off real good, real quick. I can. Yeah, that soap works super good. I don't know what that is. Just some random soap that was given to me. I'll tell you what, it works really good. I am surprised. Okay, so that's the general gist of bowl lathering. How do we bowl lather a soft soap? Now, the thing about it is, with this like macadamia nut here, so you only actually have to brush your brush like that. You don't have to work it. You don't have to work it. You just, you see, you got, that's enough. That's more than enough, so to be honest with you. That's enough like that. Again, what I do, wet your bowl, and then you just... So if you're sitting here doing this, and you see that, like, you know how initially it looked, it wasn't building lather? That's typically a sign that you need a little bit more water. Because as you can see now, look, bang, I have nice lather again. This is maca root and aloe, and definitely you can smell the aloe in it, okay? Alright, so just like that, boom, lather number 2. Alright, now, so I showed you how to properly hold a razor, showed you how to properly do a couple passes, or one pass, right? Showed you how to use bowl with soft soap, bowl with hard soap. I think the only thing left I gotta do is hard soap on your face with just a brush. That sounds about right. But to be honest with you, that's not hard. So, let me get this all rinsed off here. We'll get on with that. And then I'll get on to filming my final video and get these uploaded. And please share them among all your friends who are thinking about getting into wet shaving, because I'm doing this and trying to help people out. Because one of the biggest questions is, what do I do? Okay, so we're going to take, I'm going to rinse out my brush super good. No, screw it. I have other brushes for a reason. That's why I brought them all. So, wet my brush. Grab my Hemingway soap here. Soft soaps are easier in terms of getting your stuff because you don't have to wet your thing. Try to make sure you don't tilt it up. Work it for 15 seconds. So you got a good, you can see your bristles are starting to stick together. And when they're sticking together and bunching up like that, that means you got a good amount of soap on them, okay? So then you just cap that again for future use. And get your face wet. You gotta have a wet face. And then you take this and just like a bowl, you go around here. You do swirls. And look at that. My whole face here. And just like that. That's how you face lather with a brush. It's much easier than using your hands. But if you only got your hands, you only got your hands. Another thing to remember, the roll in your mouth like this. When you open it, you're good to go. Sometimes people will take their thumb, go like that, move their lips, okay? Alright, well this has been Scott from Scott Shaves. I appreciate you all for joining me today. I hope maybe you learned something. Alright, because the thing that my goal is with these is to show everyone that wet shaving is possible and it can be done by anybody. Thank you. Stay classy, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day.